innovation and management. Thank you for being here with us today. Welcome to the International Conference on Industrial and System Engineering Technology, Innovation and Management, or ICISETIM, which is hosted by Maranatha Christian University and Research Synergy Foundation, co-organized by De La Salle University, Petra Christian University, and Chung Yuan Christian University, also supported by School of Pain, Research Synergy Institute, Research Synergy Press, Reviewer Track, F1000 Research, and also Tyler and Francis Group. This conference aim and theme is to explore integrated system engineering, technology, innovation, and management. Okay, this is the attendance form that can be seen in the screen, and also our committee will type it in the Zoom chat box. So everyone that attend this Zoom virtual platform for the breakout room 2, kindly please to fill the attendance form. Okay. Okay, before the session chair introduction, I would like to inform about the material of the conference. The virtual background conference program and also the abstract book can be accessed at the Zoom chat box, and also the link that we share in the email for all the participants, session chair, and also the attendees. And meanwhile, for the proceeding of the paper will be available at the researchsynergypress.com website later on at approximately day +10 after the conference finish. For the Q&A certificate, Q&A can be asked via Zoom chat room, and session chair will manage as time available. Please write your question and the name of the presenter that should answer. The certificate will be provided to register email after the session for the participants who complete and actively involved in the presenting the paper or asking the question or give the feedback in the session. Again, I would like to remind about the registration or attendance form that we shared in the Zoom chat box. All the participants are required to mute their audio. The host has every right to mute any participant's audio and remove who are deemed disruptive without warning. Okay, so we now have 7 presenters from the track Entrepreneurship, track Sustainability Studies, and Supply Chain Management. And this session, we will have Professor Dr. Daniel Marcos Stefan Kleber and also Dr. Rita Deloy as the session chair. Before Prof. Daniel and also Dr. Rita chairing the session, I would like to read the profile. Professor Dr. Daniel Marcos Stefan Kleber from Modul University Dubai, Uni Arab Emirates. Professor Dr. Daniel Marcos Stefan Kleber is currently holding a professorship in international business management and was appointed as Program Area Director in International Management and Economic at Modul University Dubai. In addition, he is an elected member of the Studies and Examination Committee of the university. Before moving to Dubai, Prof. Kleber completed his doctoral studies in management science within an international joint doctoral program of university in Germany, Latvia, Sweden, and the United Kingdom. During his PhD research, he focused on concept of value co-creation to increase value proposition in business. In addition, Prof. Kleber is holding 3 master degrees. Wow, 3 master degrees in business administration, namely in international management and entrepreneurship, financial service management and information management, as well as the bachelor degree in international hospitality and tourism management and German diploma in hotel economy. Professor Kleber gained valuable professional experience at renowned multinational corporations such as SAP AG in Switzerland, In addition, he worked for well-known hotel brands such as Dutch Hospitality and the Stegenberg Hotel Group. Additionally, he worked as project manager for the German-based consultancy company Connectivity UG, and he was a founding member of the consultancy agency SBC. During his PhD studies, Professor Kleber deepened his intercultural expertise while attending international scientific conferences in Dubai, Singapore, Riga, Seoul, and Miami. Additionally, Prof. Kleber took the opportunity to participate in research semester at the prestigious AACSB accredited Northumbria University in the United Kingdom, which was awarded as the best UK business school by Time magazine. Prof. Kleber's area of specialization are innovation management, entrepreneurship, international management and marketing, as well as event management and tourism. His publication and research primarily concentrate on the concept of value co-creation to achieve value proposition in dynamic market. Moreover, he is the country representative of Germany for globally operating Research Synergy Foundation. Furthermore, Professor Kleber is a member of international program committees of multi-scientific conferences, example in Hong Kong, Singapore, Tokyo, Bangkok, and Kyoto, among others. In the past, Prof. Kleber was appointed as visiting professor in event management at University of Applied Science, Kaiserslautern in Germany. As international university guest lecturer, he gained international intercultural competencies while delivering professional workshops in European countries such as Netherlands, Latvia, Portugal, Poland, and the United Kingdom, among others. Okay. So that's the profile of Professor Kleber with the many experience in the business, marketing, and international business. So for everyone can elaborate the potential collaboration with Prof. Daniel, and also of course the discussion, the dig deeper the knowledge from the Prof. Daniel Kleber. Okay, the next I would like to read the profile of Dr. Rita Deloy. Research and Creative Work Chairperson, School of Graduate Studies, Asian Institute of Maritime Studies, Philippines. Dr. Rita E. Deloy is an expert in the field of education and research, and currently Research and Creative Work Chairperson, at the same time faculty members of School of Graduate Studies of Asian Institute of Maritime Studies. She is an editor-in-chief of Faculty Research Journal, FRG, in the same institution, a consultant of research and development of Fiat Lux Academy, invitation to different research activities and workshop in research writing in basic education for both public and private school made by Dr. Deloy, a recognized and known resource person in the field of research and innovation. She has also publication in a peer basic education journals and has presented research studies at PCBER in 2018. She has also written book in mathematics, has been scholar in specialized training on management leadership development training for the middle level manager for 4 months in 2016, participated in scholarship for science and math supervisor and master teacher for 3 months. Okay, welcome again, Prof. Daniel and also Dr. Rita. Thank you for your support in this international conference and being with us today. For now onwards, I will pass the session, will be led by you, Prof. Daniel and also Dr. Rita. Now the time is yours to chair the session. I will help for the technical things to support all the things during the presentation. Please welcome Prof. Daniel and Dr. Rita.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Annie, for introducing us so well. I mean, I can only speak of my behalf. It is also my pleasure to be here today. Thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you very much also for giving us the opportunity to do some networking, to meet and to get to know people from all around the world for potential academic and research collaborations also after the conference. So thank you for this opportunity and for inviting me for being one of the session chairs of this session. I also want to ask you, Annie, before we get started, about the two session chairs we already discussed in the inaugural session on Monday, that we could have different tasks. So maybe Dr. Rita, how should we do it? Should I do the evaluation and you announce the speakers, or should we do it the other way around? I'm very flexible and very open.
Okay, thank you. Nice meeting you, Prof. Daniel and Dr. Annie in this research undertaking. So since we were not able to talk about how we going to do the presentations, you just take charge of the first four because there are 7 presentations in this room 2. Will it be all right with you, Prof. Daniel, if you take charge of the first 4 presenters and I'll take charge of the last 3? But before that, of course, we have to read the guidelines for presentation. I can take charge of reading the guidelines for presentation. So let me read the guidelines for presentations to all the participants and to all the audience and to all the presenters. First, the presentation is limited to 10 minutes and 5 minutes for question and answer after each presentation. Second, the Q&A will be facilitated by the session chair. So will be facilitated by Prof. Daniel and me. The audience and the other co-presenters can ask questions using the chat feature, which will be read by the moderator. The third, recording of presentation is allowed. Fourth, make sure that you are in a place free of noise to avoid disruption in presentation. That was already mentioned a while ago. Number 5, help the presenter give the presentation that they deserve by not talking, eating, drinking, or engaging in activities that are uncalled for during the presentation. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, and also there are 3 areas before we proceed to the roll call, because we are going to do the roll call before the presentation. I just would like to inform the participants that there are 3 areas in this room 2. We have the track entrepreneurship, and then we have the track sustainability studies, and then we have the track supply chain management. So these are the 3 areas of research in this session, room 2, wherein the first area has 3 research studies, the second area has 3 research studies as well, and the last area has only 1 research study. Okay, take it away, Prof. Daniel.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Dr. Rita. So then, as you proposed, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think we can get started immediately with the first presentation, which is going to be done by Malinda. And the title of the presentation is going to be Entrepreneurship Training of Culinary Business for Micro, Small, Medium Entrepreneurs in Boyong, Soang, Bandung, Indonesia. Thank you very much. The stage is yours, Malinda.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Dr. Daniel, and also Dr. Rita. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Maya.
Okay, I will share my PPT. Okay. Okay. So exciting and also nervous to be the first presenter. But thank you for this opportunity. I can share the paper who have titled Entrepreneurship Training of Culinary Business for Micro, Small, Medium Entrepreneurs in Bojong Soang, Bandung, Indonesia. We have 4 writers in here, Yola Margareta, Hengki Lisan Suwarno, Kristen Ali Winoto, and also me. Okay, the purpose of this research is mapping the condition of MSME actor in Bojong Soang, Bandung, especially those who have culinary businesses, and also support the government in terms of alleviating poverty problem through capacity building and skill among MSME entrepreneurs. For research method, we use quantitative research method with descriptive studies case format. And we collecting data in Bojong Soang, Bandung, West Java. We collect around 76 MSME at culinary businesses, because we collect not easy to get this data, but we very concerned with MSME at Bojong Soang. And the research founding after entrepreneurship training, so we go there and try to mapping their businesses, and also we give also training for entrepreneurship, and we get result. For this paper, we will explain about range 77% until 97% MSME know or understand about their business model. And also we found that women MSME have high formal education than men. And mostly after we ask them what topic, next topic to give to them, and then they need sales and marketing topic to make them a business growth. And research problem we met to MSME at Bojong Soang, Bandung, they need to develop and grow their business, but they have lack of understanding how to map their business and also how to develop or grow their business. And we found that they need entrepreneurship education and also training and also mentoring to help them to elevate their business. And objective to this research, to know understanding of Bojong Soang MSME, to map their businesses, and also know their education background, and also what they need to the next education, and find reason, what reason they want to be entrepreneur. And novelties of this research, as we know that less research discussed about entrepreneurship training for MSME, especially with business model canvas. And also we can also inform that give new spirit to explore more and empowering MSME at Bojong Soang especially, and also give insight for other places to help entrepreneurship training. Okay, for the literature review, we more dig the entrepreneurship for SME and also education and also for business model canvas. And we use this business model canvas. And for the dimension, we use 9 dimension for BMC. Okay, starting with value proposition, who have indicator, problem of customer need that can be addressed by product provided by SME, and also customer segment, revenue stream, customer relationship, channel, key activities, key resources, key partner, and also cost structure. And we try to break down every dimension to several questions, and we try to mapping also for the MSME. Okay, as we tell you before, that research method for this paper, we use post-positivum quantitative research method with format descriptive. And also we collect data for 76 data and all from Bojong Soang, West Java, Bandung. And also for the identifying this model business for the MSME. Yeah, we use several questionnaire, open and close question. So we can try to dig their need, they want to be entrepreneur. Okay, so we continue to finding and discussion. Okay, we choose several to explain in this call for paper, because when we try to find and digging more for every micro, small, medium enterprise, we find many things they need. So when we ask about value proposition, example, we ask this question: do you know the value or benefit your product provide to the customer? Mostly of them say yes, they understand. Even men or women, and more than 88% say yes. And the first conclusion that this revealed Bojong Soang MSI understand about their own value proposition. And then the next is customer segment. Okay, so we asked, do you know the customer segment of your business? And they said that, okay, they know their customer. They can answer their customer types. So mostly of them answer yes for understanding about the customer segment. And then when we ask about channel, okay, example, we ask, do you know through which channel, like how to communicate your product and how you distribution and sell your product? And they also say that, okay, they understand about that. Okay, example, they can use social media, and also they can directly to sell to the customer. And then when we ask about the customer relationship, do you know the types of relationship your customer segment expect to build and maintain with them? So it means that in this area, we try to mapping how they approach to engage with the customer. And mostly also they say, yes, they understand how to treat the customer, and then how to make customer loyal to them. Okay. And then when we ask about how about your revenue stream, and then do you know what value your customer are willing to pay or buy your product? Yeah. Honestly, that we also surprised. They understand about 90% of SME at Bojong Soang say yes. Okay, they know their revenue. Okay, they know the potential market, and also that they know that what customer need or value they get, and then they willing to pay for their product. And also when we ask about key resources, okay, about their asset, their people, and also their resources, they said yes. Okay, mostly they also say yes, but in others way they also say that we still need the information and then how to manage their people, how to manage their asset, and how to manage their resources. Okay, and then when we continue asking about key partners area, example, do you know the key partners that support your business? 77% respondents say that yes, we know our partner. So it means that they understand that they have collaborate with others to make their business growth.
All right, Maya. So
yes.
just keep in mind that there is maybe 1 minute left.
1 minute. Okay, thank you very much. And then after for the key activities, they also more than 90% also yes, they understand about their activities. how to make the product and serve, and also for the cost structure. Okay, okay, they understand about how to make and then cost they need, but the other hand, they also need how to manage the money they get and how to manage for the business. Okay, so conclusion for this paper, we can serve that for business model in the 9 dimension have ranged 77% to 97%. Okay, and then survey mostly women MSME, so we can see that this potential women entrepreneur, and also we can also find they need more about the entrepreneurship training and also how to manage their business. So when we ask also the reason why they want to be entrepreneur, usually they want to be independent. So the further research, we can try to find more MSME, especially who have business more than 5 years, because this data for this paper is around 1 to 5 years experience. So hopefully after this call for paper, we can explore more, and also we can elevate the research. Okay, thank you very much, Professor Daniel, and also Dr. Rita. Thank you. Time is yours.
All right, thank you very much, Maya, Malinda. Thank you very much for the presentation and for presenting your research results. Yeah. So first of all, I would like to ask the audience if there are any questions. And I already saw that Redna posted a question to the chat. So Redna, would you like to ask your question?
Prof. Daniel, we have one question on the chat box.
Yes, this is the one which I just mentioned. Redna is the one who asked the question. So would you like to read your question, Redna?
Thank you. Okay. So will the, what is this? Let me read the question.
Okay.
What will I be allowed to read your question? What is the reason to take purposive sampling, then using formula to determine sample from population? Example of which is using Slobin's formula.
Yes. Okay, we can. I can answer directly, right?
Yes, okay. You may.
Okay. Thank you very much, because the reason we select the Bojong Soang MSME because the local government of Bojong Soang is collaboration with Maranatha Christian University, and also we have the same aims to develop them. So therefore, the Bojong Soang become MSME development area for Maranatha Christian University. So it means that we try to continue our social, community social. It means that we can go to them and then we can find their need, what their need about, how to make growth or develop their business. So that's the reason why we choose select this area.
Is that all? Prof. Daniel, can I ask one question?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. My dear,
yes.
How do you intend to utilize the data that you gathered or the results of your study for wider dissemination of the knowledge that you gained?
We have planning that we want to make a more deep experiment, and also collect the data also, and also we want to go there again, to see. It means that to see how they manage their business, and also we want also to compare more MSME, Like, because I know that in this paper is very small data. I think even we know that not easy to to collect, but I think that we want more. We more like collect data. It means that we want to try to dig their need. Yeah, it means their
Yes.
need. Okay, how to make growth. Then, but yeah, we also surprised when we ask and mapping that mostly they know about their customer. They know that their key activities, key resort. Yeah, this also for us is a surprise, but I think that they still need more. Yeah, need more information, especially from higher education. So this is our responsibility also. We have
Yes.
to go there to develop them.
Yes. Thank you for that, Mom, because the research is very interesting, and there's really a need for us to go deeper to the data on a wider perspective, on more respondents, because we will be generalizing, we will be disseminating the results with such generalization. And if you believe there's a need for us researchers to expand the knowledge that we will be gaining from here. And I hear that in your plan, that you intend to have a deeper studies on this. Thank you, Prof. Daniel.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rita.
Thank you very much. And we are having one more comment from Donard. Donard, would you like to? Yes.
Thank you, Professor Daniel. So yeah, I'm wondering because I know that MSME can use business model canvas, but we understand that business model canvas mostly is used by startups or technology-based startups, right? How will these SME owners benefit from BMC? They understand BMC perhaps because your university helped them, but how will they benefit from that?
Yeah. Okay. Perhaps we don't explain to them directly like BMC, etc. But we try to mapping, and then we try to make this easier for them. Okay, and we use several questions also, and simple question. So hopefully they understand, and we collect and we try to interview them. Okay, and after we interview them, and then we try to mapping. After we mapping, we find several information from them, even like each MSME. Okay, and also when I present before is for all. Okay, so we go several times to them, and then we try to make we can say that like a mentoring. Okay, so one by one. Okay, so after that we can dig more and expand more about their need, and then when they already know, and then what? So that's question that not only know, but after know what they should do. Okay, especially when they see that why their product not growing at all. Yeah, it means that after 1 year, all the same, or what innovation they need. Example like that. So we try to find from their perspective, and also we try to get them from them information, and how make information also for higher education, to make more information, and also example training, and also perhaps mentoring, or also business coaching they need.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for the answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for the presentation again. But I think we have to move on to the next presentation, and we are already there. Thank you once again for your presentation and for your research. And we are moving on, if I'm not mistaken, to the next presentation, which is done by Donard Games, Impulsivity and Entrepreneurship During and Post-Pandemic Crisis. Oh, no. All right. So then there is another one. So we are going on with Sugih, Arijanto, Mukti. Probably I did not pronounce it correctly. With the title, The Correlation of Credible Online Reviews of Skincare Products on Social Media and Brand Equity and its Impact on Purchase Intention. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Prof. Daniel.
Okay, Dr. Sugih, do you want to share your own screen?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
please. I want to share my own PowerPoint.
Yes, you can just.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. God bless you all. I want to present my research about online review of skincare products on brand equity and its impact on purchase intention. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sugih Arijanto from ITENAS, Bandung, and Vita Nidia Pangesti is my student. Before, I'm sorry because here is a heavy rain. Maybe all of you can hear my voice clearly?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. And I'm sorry again, my publication is not exactly the entrepreneur topics, but because there is no marketing or business topics, I put it in the entrepreneur topics. For introduction, I want to explain about research last year. In COVID-19 pandemic condition, the online purchasing is increasing significantly. And the top selling on online purchasing are product fashion, makeup and skincare, and groceries. That's why I choose skincare product in the topics. Another related research conducted beginning of this year for changes in consumer behavior of beauty products. First, a consumer will listen to product review before deciding to buy. They will read the article review, they watch video about review, etc. Two, customers are more selective in choosing beauty products. Three, more and more interested in local brands. It's good for Indonesian cosmetic industries. And four, towards pandemic recovery, customer they miss shopping offline. The background of the research is credible online review can affect by the brand equity and purchase intention. The research is from Chakraborty and Bath, 2017. The problems are is the Chakraborty research include the skincare product that we know the skincare product, the skincare consumer are very careful to buy skincare, influenced by many factors such as skin acceptance or suitability, beauty result, price, etc. So I want to compare the model before and the research in skincare topics. We'll skip the research methodology of our design sampling because I'm using SEM, structural equation models. So I need samples. I need about 185 samples is required. I want to explain the previous research by Chakraborty. From the research, credible online review affect the brand equity and purchase online. Another research about word of mouth and about purchase intention from Via Pradina and Kempa. Another research is Li, from Li, Goh, and Noor, explain about the effect of brand equity to purchase intention. On my research, I will compare. I use another research before to this research model. This is the model. I want to skip the process using SAM. I direct to the result of the SAM. The results are you can see in this table. In skincare case, not all of hypothesis is accepted. As you can see, the credible online review has no effect to purchase intention. Credible online review has effect to positive impact to brand equity, but brand equity has no impact to purchase intention. This is there are differences in my research and research the research before. It's because maybe the research before from Chakraborty is about electronics product, and my research is skincare products. That two products, so many differences in different in characteristic of the products. After calculating using structural equation modeling, SAM, with help of Israel, it can be concluded it's some discrepancies distinguished between Chakraborty and Bath and my research here. The difference you can see in this table. The online review have a significant impact on brand awareness or perceived value and organizational association, or we can say brand equity. But there's no significant impact to purchase intention. So because of the result, it's I have to conduct another research to explain why, or to explain what factors that can influence the purchase intentions. Maybe I will put it in the further research. Why there are no significant impact, and I have to explore other factors which have a significant impact to purchase intention. Theoretically, if consumers read a credible online review, the brand equity will increase. The brand is well known, and the reputation is increasing. The theory say like that. And in this theory, yes, it's no problem. But from credible online review, not give a significant impact to purchase intention. That is a question. And another question is why the brand equity, the well-known product, the reputation of the brand is not significantly affect the purchase intention. Okay, that's all my wishes. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sugih, also for being perfectly in time, in the time frame. It was very interesting, the research results which you presented. So first of all, the question to the audience, do you have any questions or suggestions or comments to the presenter?
Prof, can I ask a question to the presenter? Can I have a question?
Please.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you so much. Sir, what is your major output in your study?
The major output of this study? Yes, I want to know, is the previous research of Chakraborty that say the credible online review has impact to brand equity and has impact on purchase intention. But I want to use the formula in skincare products that's very different with the electronic product. The question is this research will give the same conclusion or not? And the answer, not.
Okay. Thank you. Very well said.
Thank you very much. But also from my side, I have a similar connecting to the question of Dr. Rita. So if the purchase decision is not affected by, you know, what you just presented. So if the purchase decision is not affected by the brand popularity, let's call it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what the research said before. You mentioned Chakraborty said that for other products, for example, electronic products, etc. But just from a very subjective perspective, I'm not a marketing expert here. You are the expert in the field of marketing. So maybe you can explain this, because for me, I cannot understand how this is. If I do not know a brand, I cannot buy the brand. But if I know the brand, I can suddenly buy the brand. So you basically say that the popularity of the brand does not affect the buying intention of the consumer. So that is really a new result then, right?
Yes.
Precisely.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Daniel. Maybe because the correlation of these two factors, some respondent maybe answer the question about popularity, and they will buy the product, but another respondent who said popularity is good, but they said they don't want to buy product. Maybe because various of answer like that, so make the T values are not significant impact. Maybe from that condition, or maybe the purchase intentions is affected by another factors, Prof. Daniel.
Okay, but that would be really interesting. So for the future research or for further research, which you are going to conduct maybe during the next month, that is going to be very interesting, the question why this is the case. So that would be really interesting.
Yeah, I will.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you for the very good presentation. And then we can move on to the next presenter. I think you could close.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Daniel.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, so we move on to the next presenter, which is now Mr. Donard Games, with the presentation about the impulsivity and entrepreneurship during and post-pandemic crisis. The stage is yours.
Yes, but
do you want to share your own screen, Dr. Donald?
Yes.
Okay. I will stop share, yeah.
So thank you, Professor Daniel and Dr. Rita and respected researchers. My name is Donard Games. I'm an entrepreneurship researcher from Universitas Andalas in West Sumatra, Indonesia. And the title of my presentation today is Impulsivity and Entrepreneurship During and Post-Pandemic Crisis. So the objective of the present study is to examine the possible links between impulsivity or impulsive behaviors and entrepreneurship during and post-pandemic crisis. This is a conceptual paper and which will be followed by both qualitative and quantitative approach in the near future. So before I examine the possible links between impulsive behavior and entrepreneurship, I would like to explain a bit about the context of entrepreneurship in Indonesia, which is very interesting. Indonesia has 260 million people, as you may know, and interestingly, we have 60 million business units, micro and small businesses in Indonesia. This means that that's too many. I think too many, 60 million business units. More than that, I think the latest statistics said 64 million. Another interesting fact in Indonesia that we experience demographic bonus. 60% of the Indonesian population come from the millennials. And we expect that we have more technology-based entrepreneurs in the near future, which is very interesting because, as you can see, that we have 60 million business units, and 99% of these business units come from micro and small businesses. And as you may know that in the entrepreneurship research, we can, in general, divide entrepreneurship into two: necessity-based entrepreneurs and opportunity-driven entrepreneurs. And if we put 60 million unit business into necessity-based entrepreneurs, it means that it is very difficult for Indonesia to expect business growth from these entrepreneurs. This is very interesting. This is to provide the context of this research. Now, in terms of impulsivity or impulsive behavior, the basic questions is: are we rational or irrational? So this is a big debate in entrepreneurship research, whether we are rational or irrational. And impulsivity can capture these basic questions. Impulsivity can be defined as a predisposition toward rapid, unplanned reactions to internal or external stimuli without regard to the negative consequences of the reactions. It means like you do something and after that you regret that, something like that. This is kind of impulsive behavior. And Whiteside and Linam in 2001 have identified 4 dimensions of impulsivity: sensation seeking, the pursuit of novel and exciting experiences. So, for example, if you think that there are some interesting business opportunities in Indonesia, and you are excited to enter this, to benefit from these business opportunities, and without thinking too much, you enter this business, it means that it is possible that you can be included as impulsive. You have impulsive behavior. And the second one, more importantly, lack of premeditation. Lack of premeditation can capture the essence of impulsivity. It means that you are failure to think or plan before acting. That's exactly what impulsive behavior is, and lack of perseverance and urgency. So our research see these few points. The first two, sensation seeking and lack of premeditation, are strongly related to risk-taking behavior. And the latest two, lack of perseverance and urgency, are strongly related to risk avoidance. So we argue that in the context of Indonesia, we have abundance of opportunity, abundance of business opportunities. It is very important for entrepreneurs, including startups, most importantly, technology-based startups, to have risk-taking behavior. In other words, sensation-seeking and lack of premeditation. There are some questions that can define whether you are impulsive or not impulsive. For example, in the heat of an argument, I will often say something like that I later regret. This is exactly what impulsive behavior is. And I will welcome new and exciting experiences. This can be included as part of sensation seeking. And all right, and after that, in this conceptual paper, we use an integrative review. This means that in this integrative review, it is possible to use literature review as a research methodology. And we are offering a framework that synthesizes the finding from previous research. This is how we conduct the integrated review in this study. So, after we examine impulsivity or impulsive behavior, we do really think that these concepts are strongly related to another important concepts in entrepreneurship, especially during pandemic and post-pandemic crisis, namely entrepreneurial fear of failure. Entrepreneurial fear of failure can be divided into two: financial sources of fear of failure, for example, financial security and ability to fund the venture, and non-financial sources of fear of failure, for example, threat to social esteem and personal ability. In terms of threat to social esteem, I think it is quite relevant to the context of Indonesia, which is a collectivist culture. Threat to social esteem means that if you fear to fail because you are afraid of being having bad reputation in the society, something like that. So theoretically, those who have high fear of failure can see this concept as motivating rather than demotivating. So in terms of opportunity-driven entrepreneurs or those who pursue business growth, fear of failure can be motivating rather than demotivating. So, impulsivity is strongly related to risk-taking behavior. Risk-taking behavior is strongly related to fear of failure as motivating rather than demotivating, and we argue that these two will lead to better startup performance, especially high technology startup performance, technology-based entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurial well-being. So basically, in the near future, we will test this framework and using both qualitative and quantitative approaches. So after that, we have identified several prepositions from this research.
Just keep in mind, Donald, that it is 1 minute left.
Thank you, Prof. Daniel. For example, sensation seeking and lack of premeditation are associated with risk-taking behavior, are negatively related to entrepreneurial fear of failure, which in turn enhance entrepreneurial outcomes. And we also have identified another preposition in this research. So, in brief, we can safely say that there are some key factors in enhancing entrepreneurship, especially in the context of Indonesia and another collectivistic culture. Evaluating technology-based startups not only from technical abilities, but also from psychological aspects. These are impulsivity and fear of failure. And we also argue that some behaviors will be very interesting to be analyzed. For example, ADHD and those who are risk taker. And fear of failure as motivating rather than demotivating, especially for technology-based startups. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for the presentation, Donald. So first, the question again to the audience. Are there any questions from the audience or comments? No questions and comments from the audience?
Can I ask for one question?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Might I also ask you the same question that I asked a while ago? Because in research, we have to be particular with our contribution to the body of knowledge. So it is normally seen in the output of our study. So in this impulsivity and entrepreneurship during the post-pandemic crisis, what is the specific output of your study?
Thank you, Dr. Rita. So, because this is a conceptual paper, our contribution to the body of knowledge come from our research framework or our research models that can be used by future researchers to analyze the link between impulsive behaviors and fear of failure, which in turn lead to startup business performance and well-being. So we do really think that this can be beneficial for the future researchers in the topic. And another important contribution from this conceptual paper is that we have identified important prepositions which can also be used for the next researchers, so they can use this for example, in helping them to formulate hypothesis for the future research. For example, we postulate that as you can see in here, that we postulate that sensation seeking and lack of premeditation can be seen as motivating, can lead to fear of failure, but fear of failure as motivating rather than demotivating. We know that pandemic crisis can cause fear, and sometimes fear is more is like people are afraid of fear rather than the actual consequences. For example, they are afraid of being to fail, but this kind of fear can be demotivating and can also be motivating. And in this research, we argue that if someone have risk-taking behavior and they see fear of failure as motivating rather than demotivating, they will have better performance and high or positive well-being compared to those who don't have that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Donald. Then we are having one more question from Annie from Research Energy Foundation. What's the criteria of selection, the literature review used in the study? So which kind of criteria did you use to select your literature, and how many papers were analyzed and from what databases?
Thank you very much. So, we use highly reputable journals in this field of expertise. For example, from Johanna who are focusing on impulsivity, ADHD, and entrepreneurship. We also select some highly cited journal articles from Caciotti, who are focusing on entrepreneurial fear of failure. So we have selected papers that come from selected researchers, about 15 researchers in this field of expertise. So we do believe that this conceptual paper can capture the essence of entrepreneurship, especially from the psychological aspects during post and pandemic crisis.
Okay, and one more question from Juanita. Are there specific types of business or startups?
Yes, we argue that this framework is relevant to technology-based startups, especially those who are incubated from business incubators. So actually, we are now conducting a research that compare between non-incubated startups and incubated startups, and we see them from the lens of this framework. We also have a plan to compare between two similar cultures, Indonesia and Saudi Arabia, which can be seen as collective cultures. So I think this will be an interesting journey for this research.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Daniel and Dr. Rita.
I think we are moving on to the next presentation. So we are leaving the track entrepreneurship now, if I'm not mistaken. And we are moving onwards to the sustainability track, I think. Thank you, Annie. And we are going to continue with our next presentation, which is conducted by Sheila, Mhay, Rosales, Dalisay, Worker-Machine Relationship-Based Strategy for Sustainable Management in a Machine Shop. So the stage is yours, Sheila. Sheila.
Could you please allow me to present my own slides?
You want to share your screen, Dr. Sheila? Okay, good.
Yes, Pak.
Okay.
Okay, to the facilitator and other participating researchers, good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure to be participant in this international conference, the Industrial and System Engineering, Technology, Innovation, and Management. My name is Sheila Dalisay, currently a third-year college student taking Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering, will be the oral presenter for this research, entitled The Worker-Machine Relationship-Based Strategy for Sustainable Management in a Machine Shop, co-authored by Ms. Alagos Arneline, Engineer Charnie Sheena Saflor, Engineer Clint Allen Marinas, and Sir Yung Sanju. In this presentation, I will cover the introduction, methodology, result and discussion, and the conclusion. Sustainable management involves the strategy and the decision-making with regards to the environmental concern that may impact the commercial establishment by limiting the resources and the increasing the trade competition, which is why implementing new strategy is crucial for the business coping mechanism by optimizing the output in reducing the costs and promoting the efficiency. In a machine shop, material tools and machine tools are necessary in the production for a worker to complete his job, and the interaction between the operator and the machine can be optimized by analyzing the relationship between the operating cycle of the machine and the working cycle of the operator. Workers' performance is usually a valuable indicator of effective sustainable management in a machine shop. With almost 30 years of operation, waste in manpower and machine utilization were discernible, despite the fact that the machine shop being questioned are one of the prominent machine shop in the Oriental Mindoro, which is why the researcher aims to optimize by analyzing the relationship between the operating cycle and the working cycle between the machine and the worker. Furthermore, this study will be the first study with regards to the worker-machine relationship-based strategy. The purpose of the study is to evaluate the job description, determine the optimal machine-worker reassessment, and the proposed sustainable strategy based on the implemented analysis result. In our methodology, we employ descriptive research design of observational with an overt observational approach, wherein the operators and the workers are aware of the purpose and the procedure of the observation. The study are conducted in the machine shop located in Calapan, Oriental Mindoro, from March 29 up to April 8 of 2021. A total of 15 workers are subjected to observation during the operation of reconditioning of crankshaft, engine block, cylinder head, in addition to the fabrication services of the machine parts. The process of data gathering involved the recording of the flow of the process, the task duration, the assigned workers, and the machine operating cycle by using the software Work Study Plus 6, and occasionally interview the workers regarding their wage and the unit of their each machines that are assigned to them. In our result and discussion, the job distribution are analyzed and recorded using the gang process chart. The sum of data revealed that the idle time is 29.75 hours, wherein the highest idle time are accounted by the worker number 2 with a idle time of 5.33 hours, followed by the worker number 13 with an idle time of 4.38 hours. Out of 15 workers, 7 are fixed operators, and 1 worker are static in performing the valve seat setting and assembling of the cylinder head, while the other 2 workers operate apart from the main operation, which only leave us 5 workers that can perform dynamically. And among them, only worker number 2 and worker number 13 are list loaded, wherein in the proposed method, the task of drilling plates of worker number 6 will be given to worker number 2 to reduce the idle time of 5.33 hours to 0.58 hours. And worker 13 will assist worker number 11 in assembling cylinder head to reduce the idle time of 4.38 hours to 2.46 hours. The initial result of the synchronous servicing revealed that the 5 operators out of 10 operators are already operating an ideal number of machines. And operator number 6 will only require 1 more machine to operate an ideal, and the rest of the operators will require 1 less machine on their set to operate an ideal number of machine. The result of random servicing revealed that regardless of the number of the operators, the total expected cost will remain the same, and the implementation of the initial result of the synchronous servicing revealed that the operator 6 will gain the function or the operation of the surface grinding machine and will further decrease the total expected cost, while the rest of the operator, upon the reduction of 1 machine from their set, only increase their total expected cost. The observed limitation in the study involved the less data credibility due to the response bias caused by the observation awareness, and the limitation in the unit and variety of machines for the random servicing, and the lack of relevant but obsolete data that may prove to be useful in verifying the result of the synchronous servicing. In conclusion, the gang process chart revealed that the idle time will remain the same for the proposed method caused by the shared operation of these services, wherein optimal operation can only be done by distributing the workload on the most available and dynamic worker, which is worker number 2 and worker number 13. Result of synchronous servicing revealed that 5 workers were already operating an ideal number, wherein alteration are no longer required for the reassignment. Furthermore, operator 6 will require 1 more machine, and operator 7 up to operator 10 will require 1 less machine, in which only the reduction of the machine caused an increase in the total expected cost compared to the initial anticipated cost. Random servicing revealed that none of the machines will require changes. This is due to the minute machine downtime and the limited set of machines and group of operators. It is also considered to be unworkable. Overall, the outcome of this study could assist other machine shop and other or automobile centers in sustainable management with shared or with nature of shared operation and similar relevant internal external business characteristic. That's all, and thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Sheila, for the interesting presentation. First, again, questions from the audience. No questions?
If no question from the audience, I again have another question. So the study was conducted in the Philippines. Sheila?
Yes, Bob.
Yes. Do you think that the results of your study, I got interested in your study. Do you think that the results of your study can help in formulation of certain policies relative to sustainable management in machine shop? Can the data be gathered in your research help in the formulation of policy? Do you think so as researcher?
As of now, the result of the study are not quite enough to create a policy. Well, as it seems in the result, synchronous servicing is supposed to reduce the total expected cost by providing the ideal number of the machine. But in the But in the reduction of the machine, it only causes an increase in the total expected cost. So we need additional data to provide if this increase is quite worth enough to be implemented by adding additional factors such as the amount of the unit or the unit they produce and the prices for each production. If this costs or if this elimination of the idle time will cause an increase in the income or the reduction of the operation costs.
Thank you so much. So you mean you need additional info for the before we can formulate some policies relative to sustainable management. Thank you for that.
And also, this is a case study, so it is specified. So if I want to make it a policy, I need a larger scale. So I need to include the other situation wherein the operation are not shared, because this is a shared operation and some machine shop, they create departments. So their condition and the outcome of this research might be different. So to provide a general policy or applicable policy for every machine shop, I need to consider different situation for every machine shop available on a certain area.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sheila, and thanks for the very good response and for the explanations. And then I would like to give over to Dr. Rita, who is going to continue with the next three presenters, two from the sustainability track, and then the last one from supply chain management.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Daniel. So let me do the honor of introducing the fifth presenter, and that is the second among the track sustainability studies. But before I continue, may I remind all the presenters that you're only given 10 minutes to present your study and 5 minutes for the question and answer, so that in time constraint, I will be reminding you. All right, so our fifth presenter is Axel Verian Kurniawan. I hope I pronounce it correctly, which he will be presenting a research entitled Improving Service Quality to Enhance the Sustainability of Higher Education, a case study, Division of Creativity and Study Consultation, University X. Okay, the floor is yours now. What is that? Take it away.
I think Axel is not
around
yet. Dr. Rita?
Yes, is Axel around?
I think he is not here yet.
Okay.
Could we move to another presenter?
All right, thank you. So we move to the sixth presenter. She is Johanna, Renny, Octavia. The research is entitled Empowering the Community to Design a Household Waste Management System Through Design Thinking. So take it away. The floor is yours now.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Rita, for the introduction. Good afternoon to everyone, or good morning, or good evening, maybe in some places. My co-author will present on behalf of us, so I would like to introduce Ronald. Yeah, floor is yours, Ronald.
Okay, hello, good afternoon from Jakarta. My name is Ronald Julion Suryadi. Yeah, here I would like to present our paper, which is titled Empowering the Community to Design a Household Waste Management System Through Design Thinking. So first of all, I would like to thank the committees, the organizers, and all the audience. So here's the outline for today. Yeah, first we have introduction, and then we have literature review, research methodology, and also the most important findings and discussion and conclusion. Okay, Why is this research important to do? When we discuss about waste generation issue, it is very related to linear economy pattern. The linear economy pattern usually leads to an environmentally degradation, and people nowadays adopt this pattern, or we call produce, consume, waste cycle as their lifestyle pattern. The linear economy gives easiness to the society. However, it causes waste generation issue, which has been a threat for the community well-being. Nevertheless, the population escalation makes the waste generation increase and makes the impacts worse. Yeah, for instance, Bandung City is the living witness and also the victim of the waste generation issue. In 2005, there are waste disaster called Bandung Lautan Sampah. We can see Bandung City street is flooded with waste over all the street, and this is caused by the landfill of Bandung City was over capacity and occurs fatal to the workers. And also after that happened, the government took an initiative to implement a program called Kampisman, a program for reduce, separate, and benefit waste. And the target also became a regulation called Jakstrada, and Bandung City needs to reduce the waste generation to 30% in 2025. However, the waste generation doesn't decrease, but it increases. So it makes some threat in the future. Thus, this research has objective to design a pilot project that empowers a community to reduce household waste. Sorry.
Okay, is that all?
No. Yeah. So yeah, there is our literature review that we use. There is economic circular economy that we use for map and design the waste system and gain the benefits from the waste management. And also a weak problem is solved using design thinking approach, which is design thinking is an innovative social approach that can innovate to solve problems, especially the weak problem. Also, we build innovation through sustainable development goals framework. So, yeah, this is our research methodology. Yeah, we use design thinking as our adaptation for methodological framework. And also we also use circular business model canvas to map and design business model from waste management system. So generally, yeah, these research have three process like topic determination and preliminary studies. So the second, the big process is design thinking process, and the third one is analysis and conclusion. So yeah, we begin to discuss what we found in this research. So the first stage is we successfully map the design of waste management system in the community. Yeah, first we empathize process of wasteland condition of the system. Yeah, we do things like focus group discussions, interviews, and explorations. So yeah, these are the photographs of the documentation of this research. And yeah, this is the baseline condition of household waste management in the system. As we can see in the left picture, the majority of waste is distributed directly into the landfill, and only a little amount that recyclable waste is recycled within the system. And we can see that the system is only offer the scheduled transportation, scheduled collection for waste, and we can see also that the community in the system wants to try to innovate that how the waste can be something benefit for them. So we do some activities like study visit, ideation meeting, and prototype to try to reconstruct what the system needs. So first we do the ideation meeting, and there are like 50 ideas come up from the community. It's and the idea is categorized into 4 quadrants, and the second quadrant is the second is the less effort and high impact. So from the selected ideas, we put it into the prototype, and the prototype session show that the system will do the integration of 3 ideas, which is waste separation, composting with worms, and door-to-door education. Yeah, long story short, we got a reconstructed system. Yeah, overall, there are 3 value added into the system, which are household waste is decreased since the waste flow is reconstructed from linear pattern into the circular pattern, as we can see in the left picture. And also waste is designed to be raw materials, such as the community can produce creative craft and from their non-organic waste, and also the community can create, can plan the permaculture product, and the system, the community can benefit from it. Also, the community gets benefits such money incentives, garden products, and craft products. Yeah, along with the big system before, we also reconstruct the subsystem, like we successfully develop new organization structure for sanitation division in the system, and also we develop new standard SOP for waste collectors, and we develop campaign poster and program campaign.
2 minutes
like,
remaining.
Yeah, we can see in the right picture. So to conclude the whole presentations, towards a resilient and well-being living environment, this research has already found a new waste management system in which the system can minimize waste distributed to the landfills and generate incomes for the community in the system. Yeah, a robust waste flow has been created to minimize the waste, And also beside that, other waste categories are maintained to not of the system. Instead, it is utilized to generate incomes within the process. Yeah, finally, the robust waste management system design can be replicated in other areas in Bandung City. Yeah, in addition, this research also has several limitations. Yeah, the first limitation of this research use is the time constraint, since it's limited from October 2020 until the March 2021. And also the other limitation that affects this research is location, which is only limited only in RW 5 of Cisarantan Kulon village. And last but not least, yeah, the research is limited until the prototype phase. And furthermore, the prototypes will be implemented and evaluated for prototype improvement. Okay, thank you for listening. Maybe back to the MC for Q&A
Okay.
session.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions? No question from the chat feature, but
there is one question from the audience from Henry Aprilianto, who asks, what are the products resulting from the waste management system in your research?
Okay, yeah, basically, yeah, there are two types waste that we concern about. The first one is the recyclable waste, which is it's reconstructed to the craft products like bags from plastics, and then we have some room interior from plastic, and then we also have garden products from waste, from organic waste. So the organic waste in the system is reconstructed not to belong to the landfills, but it belongs to the system to create garden products that community can get it, the benefits from the garden products. It's free for the community. It benefits for the community.
Okay, is that all? Thank you so much. Are there any other questions? No more questions. All right, thank you. We now move to the next presenter. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Since Axel is already here, according to Doc Anis, Axel is already here. So let me introduce Axel Varian Cornyawan. The study is entitled Improving Service Quality to Enhance the Sustainability of Higher Education, a case study, Division of Creativity and Study Consultation, University X. Okay, the floor is yours now.
Okay, Dr. Rita, I think Axel is out again because the signal is not good there, I think.
Okay. So let us move on to the seventh presenter.
Yes.
On the truck supply chain management. He is the sole presenter in this area. So may I introduce to you Richard Chua Li. The study is entitled Process-Based Dead Stock Management Framework for Retail Chain Store System. Take it away. The floor is yours.
Okay. Hello, Dr. Richard. Are you here?
Are you here, Richard?
Dr. Richard here. However, I need to check. Hello, Dr. Richard.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah.
I apologize. I won't be able to keep my camera on because I get kicked out of this meeting because of my internet connectivity problem, which I reported to the conference organizer. So I have a video. I turn my video off first. I already submitted a pre-recorded presentation
Yes,
Should
yes.
I be the one to share, or would the organizer share the video?
Okay. Okay, I can share, and maybe if you want to share, it's okay also.
Okay, I'll see if I can share it from my end.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you able to hear?
Yes, we can see your screen. However, you not play yet.
Yeah, I think may I request for you to share it?
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
12 minutes. Okay. Okay, let me to share the screen. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen, Dr. Richard?
Yes, I can. Yes,
okay.
I can. Thank you
I
so
will
much.
play your video, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Oh, sorry. 1 minute. Okay. Just let me know if the sound is not work. I will play the video.
Good afternoon, fellow conference participants and to our esteemed session chairs. This afternoon, please allow me to share my research on dead stock management. Let me start with a quote from Negi and Carde. Inventory accumulation is a major problem for any organization. Dead stocks, therefore, need to be managed and controlled through a systematic process. What is dead stock? Dead stock is inventory that has long stayed in the storage unit, expired, and has no selling opportunity for a long duration of time. Now, this duration of time could range anywhere from 3 to 6 months or as long as 2 to 5 years, depending on the type of product, the type of market, and the product position in the supply chain. Just some fun facts on the impact of dead stocks. Experts suggest that nearly 20 to 30% of inventory value can be considered as dead, obsolete, or excess stock. Furthermore, excess inventory can cost a company from about 20 to 40% of the total inventory value throughout the year. This tells us that dead stock is a serious problem faced by many organizations as it has a major economic and financial impact on these organizations. Our research shows that dead stock literature is divided into 2 tracks. Strategy-based papers build upon a concept or tool to provide better solutions for the dead stock problem. Proactive strategies seek to prevent or control the occurrence of dead stocks using forecasting or inventory control techniques, while reactive strategies such as product bundling and discount pricing fight the dead stock fire in order to minimize losses. Management-based application papers, on the other hand, are those that make use of a problem-solving approach in finding the root causes and developing solutions specifically for a problem situation. How do we put the pieces together in dead stock management? First, it is important to realize that dead stocks do not happen overnight. There are red flags and warning signals before inventory becomes dead stock. The first sign is a slowdown in inventory movement. Inventory starts to accumulate at this stage, resulting in excess inventory. This is where potential dead stocks threaten our system and quickly turn into dead stocks if not immediately addressed. Now let us turn our focus on strategy-based papers. For strategy-based papers, dead stock is a premise. The process followed by authors in this track is as follows. First is the development of a specific strategy. Next is the description of a strategy solution. And lastly, solution validation is done based on hypothetical data or limited actual data. Now, the following authors use inventory lot sizing policies in order to control the supply and minimize inventory in the system. The next three authors focus on forecasting models through time series analysis, machine learning approaches, and data mining techniques in order to seek patterns on purchasing behaviors and its impact on demand. Lastly, the five authors shown focus on reactive strategies of lateral transshipment in order to balance the occurrence of stockout costs and excessive inventory costs. The weaknesses of strategy-based papers are as follows. One, potential dead stocks are not monitored in the system. Number two, only one strategy is developed and used to generate a solution in solving the dead stock problem. Number three, the strategy developed is limited only to a specific type of product or a specific set of conditions. And lastly, success in reducing dead stocks and their associated management costs is assumed in many cases. Now, let us turn to management-based application papers. Here, dead stock problem is also a premise just like the strategy-based papers. But papers in this track use company data to support the dead stock problem. The process is as follows. Papers in this track do root cause analysis as a start. Based on the root causes identified, they recommend solutions. And finally, a handful of papers, especially those that are commissioned researchers, implement these solutions in order to find out if these solutions are actually effective in solving the dead stock problem or not. But most of the papers here in this track do not have solution implementations and assume that the solutions are effective in solving the dead stock problem. Now, the following papers made extensive research on the root causes of specific companies and specified solutions for the root causes, for specific root causes identified for this company. The weaknesses of these management-based papers are as follows. Number one, potential dead stocks are not monitored as well. Number two, root causes are specific to the company or industry being studied. Number three, alternative solutions for root cause are not presented. General solutions are recommended without providing details. Number four, recommended solutions are not tested and in most cases, as previously mentioned, not implemented. Studies assume a successful implementation. And lastly, success is measured mostly by the reduction in dead stocks and not a reduction in inventory management costs. Considering the weaknesses mentioned, solving the dead stock problem is believed to be a process issue. The process that will be developed needs to address two problems that stand out in both strategy-based and management-based papers. These are recognizing dead stocks in a timely manner and developing alternatives with cost trade-offs in reducing potential dead stocks in the inventory system. A process-based dead stock management framework is therefore presented in the next slide with these considerations as the output of this research. Inventory management personnel with the use of inventory management software should focus on timely recognition of potential dead stock. The goal is to prevent inventory from becoming dead stock. Potential dead stocks needs to be regularly identified through the system and prioritized for management intervention. This will not be sustainable unless a standardized process in doing this within the organization is developed. As soon as the dead stock problem is recognized, research and identification of the most common external and internal root causes of the dead stock problem will help in the development of alternatives. Here, coordination and collaboration among multiple retail entities in the system are required to develop multiple strategy alternatives in reducing dead stocks in the retail system. A strategy mix decision is then made based on inventory and strategy cost trade-offs. The proposed strategy mix is then tested to determine its effectivity in reducing dead stocks in the retail system. The process then repeats itself as inventory and potential dead stocks in the system are regularly identified and monitored. Future researchers will focus on the process steps highlighted in yellow, since these are the steps that require more serious attention based on the current state of dead stock literature. That ends my presentation this afternoon, and I am now open for questions.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee, Dr. Richard Lee.
Mr. Richard.
I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Are there any questions from the audience or from the participants? Any questions? No questions from the audience? But it is interesting, right? Most probably the research is well presented that they were able to get it right or no questions. Here, okay. Do you want to read your question? You might read your question, or shall I be allowed to read the question? How can this research be most beneficial to society, especially during the pandemic and the world economic recovery?
Okay. May I answer that question?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. This research is actually very relevant even during this time of pandemic. We know for a fact that, say, for example, importation of materials become very difficult during this pandemic, and therefore a lot of the retailers resorted to the tendency of overstocking and hence creating the problem of dead stock. Why overstocking? Because they had to import a big quantity into their inventory just to be safe, just to be sure that custom-related problems are not encountered in their succeeding importation. So what happened is they got stuck with a lot of inventory in their warehouse. So the relevance of this is that if you study retail chain systems, you'll be able to coordinate and plan accordingly with other chain stores in the system. And then you'll be able to determine which chain stores would have an overstock situation for a particular product and which chain store would have an understock of that product. So one possible solution that is being prescribed would be called lateral transshipment, where you ship within one level of the supply chain from one chain store to another chain store without having to purchase again for those chain stores that have understock levels. So you can simply leverage on the other chain stores with overstock levels. So that's one of the things that you can do, especially during this pandemic situation. And that's where the relevance would be in studying retail chain store systems. So far, literature has not
discussed extensively how dead stock management strategies are applied in different field sourcing. And that's why this paper, this research seeks to continue the research on this type of system.
Okay, is that all? Sir, I'm just curious on the process-based dead stock management framework. Is this a part of a quality management framework, a process-based approach? Because quality management is process-based approach.
No, actually, this is like a framework that's being established for future research initiatives on this topic of dead stock. This would serve as the base process for every retailer so that they would be able to effectively manage the dead stock problem. So in each step of this process, sub-processes will be further developed in future researches in order to make sure that inventory does not become dead stock. So at the level of potential dead stocks, when there's potential for an inventory to become dead stocks, then we will already resolve it through a systematic process.
Mm. But this is also anchored on a continual improvement process?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because one of the feature of quality management is process-based and a continuous improvement process. Thank you for that insight. I love
that's why there's a looping back in the framework, because it's hinged on the continuous improvement process.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Is Axel already in? Is Axel in already? Thank you so much, Mr. Richard.
Thank you also.
Is Axel in already?
Dr. Rita, I think Axel is not here yet, and we shift the schedule, his presentation schedule to tomorrow.
All right.
Because he got difficulties in connecting the Zoom.
So internet connection, the problem is internet connection. So may we now proceed to awarding of certificates?
Yes. Okay. Okay, let me share the screen ya, Dokter ya.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for our session chair, Professor Daniel Stefan Kleber, and also Dr. Rita for guiding us to discuss and also doing the presentation session. Thank you so much again for the encouragement and also the leading of discussion. And also congratulations to all the speaker, to all the presenter for today international conference, and also your best presentation here. And I would like to, before we move to another agenda, the session chair, Professor Dr. Daniel Kleber and also Dr. Rita will congratulate and will announce the presenter and also the certificate giving to all the presenter. Okay, please welcome to Dr. Rita and also Prof. Daniel Kleber.
Okay, Prof. Daniel, please take charge of those who you have presented.
All right.
But may I request also that as we call your name, please open your video cam and wave for us to see you again. Thank you.
All right, so then let me take the opportunity to first of all also congratulate everybody who presented, and of course specifically the ones who will receive now the certificate from Dr. Rita or from me. So first of all, congratulations to Malinda.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maya.
And please also read the text, the citation of the certificate. Certificate of, is awarded to Malinda, Universitas, Kristen, Maranatha.
Yes, so Exactly.
For manuscript entitled Entrepreneurship Training Culinary Business for Micro, Small, Medium Entrepreneur in Indonesia. Given this 22nd day of April 22. Signed, David Petra.
Thank you very much. All right, so we will continue with the next certificate of presentation, which is going to be awarded to Sugih, Arijanto, Mukti, Institute Technology Nasional Bandung, for the paper which he presented, the correlation of credible online reviews of skincare products on social media on brand equity and its impact on purchase intention. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Professor.
So then we go with the next presenter, which was Mr. or Dr. Donard Games, if I'm not mistaken, from Universitas Andalas, who presented the paper or the presentation, Impulsivity and Entrepreneurship During and Post-Pandemic Crisis. Thank you very much for your presentation, Dr. Donald. And then the last one from my side was the presentation of Sheila, Mhay, Rosales, Dalisay from Occidental Mindoro State College for the presentation and the manuscript which was presented, Worker-Machine Relationship-Based Strategy for Sustainable Management in a Machine Shop. So thank you very much for your participation, and this is your certificate of presentation.
All right, so the certificate of is awarded to Johanna, Renny, Octavia for the manuscript entitled Empowering the Community to Design a Household Waste Management System Through Design Thinking. Signed, Dr. Liputra, Conference Chair. Thank you and congratulations. And then,
thank you, Dr. Rita.
Yes. And then the certificate is awarded to Ronald, Julion, Suryadi in the manuscript entitled Empowering the Community to Design Household Waste Management System Through Design Thinking. They are partners, they are co-researchers. Congratulations. And lastly, the certificate is awarded to Richard Chua Li of De La Salle University, Manila. Sir, you are from the Philippines. I am from the Philippines. For the manuscript entitled Process-Based Dead Stock Management Framework for Retail Chain Store System. Signed, David Putra, Conference Chair. Congratulations. Congratulations to everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof. Daniel, and also Dr. Rita for the certificate giving. And we hope that everyone is happy for this session and gaining the new knowledge, and also maybe for future collaboration. And again, thank you so much, Dr. Prof. Daniel and Dr. Rita for the great sharing in this session. And next, congratulations to all presenters who already presenting their paper. All of you already done with a really, really good job. Finally, thank you for all audience and participants who already participated and actively involved in this discussion by giving question, comment, appreciation, feedback, and even suggestion to the presenter. Your active participation and contribution in the scientific forum in the International Conference on Industrial and System Engineering, Technology, Innovation, and Management is highly appreciated. Okay, before we leaving the breakout room 2 and go back to main room for the closing session, I would like to invite to all of you to open the camera. Then we can get the e-group photo together. Okay. Let's take a photo for all the presenter, attendees, session chair, and also the everyone here. Okay, let me stop the share. Okay, I think everyone is happy here. Okay, we have the 3 windows here. Okay, so I will start with the first window. Okay, let me check everyone. Okay, are you ready, Dr. Donard, Miss Sheila? Okay, good. Okay, I will count, yeah. 1, 2, 3, then give me the best smile. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good job. Then the second window. Okay, I will count again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Thank you, Dr. Jimmy, Dr. Angel. Okay, next. Okay, the last window here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you so much for the very nice smile in this afternoon. Okay, let me share again the screen because I have some of the information for all the participants of today's international conference. Okay, this is the post information about the conference and also the publication timeline. Okay, please pay attention to the timeline and also the process that author must do in order to complete post-conference process and get the international journal recommendation. At least on day plus 14 after the conference finish, the author who wants to proceed the publication and get the journal recommendation, they must send or upload their final full paper because right now we are processing your proceeding paper, and you get the opportunity to upload the final full paper. Okay, so the final full paper is about the proceeding paper that you revise at least 80%, so you will avoid the self-plagiarism. Okay, once again, please pay attention to the timeline. Day plus 14, author can send full paper to the Scholar Fan account in the menu of upload or send email to the official email of the ICISETIM conference, info@icisetim.com. Please bear in mind that the main output of this conference is conference paper proceeding that will be published by online at least approximately on the day plus 10 after the conference finish. So the committee also will announce the link through the email to all the presenter or the author of this international conference. The conference paper proceeding is indexed by the Google Scholar and later on will be submitted to the OAG on Word. So please kindly check at the conference website and the website of the researchsynergypress.com to get the updated access. In addition, author required to revise approximately 80% of submitted conference paper to avoid self-plagiarism because the full paper or the extended one will undergo the second round of the scientific review process to determine your journal recommendation for publication. All accepted papers have opportunity to be published in reputable international journal indexed by Scopus or the OAG or Copernicus, Google Scholar, or Dimension. Of course, the term and condition applied after the selection by the scientific review committee and also based on the quality of the paper. Okay, here the dashboard of your Scholar Fan account. Please to upload the your final article, and if you need to LOA, review result, invoice, consent letter, and etc., please go to the download button. And then please be aware about the timeline again. because if the timeline is passed, the system will close automatically. Okay. This is the conference proceeding. We divide the output of the proceedings of the paper proceeding into two series, the RSF conference series engineering and technology, and also RSF conference proceeding series in business management and social science. Okay. Okay, so right now is the sharing session. I would like to invite two of the participants. The first one is Dr. Donard. Are you here, Dr. Donard?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Dr. Donard, please welcome to give your testimony, your sharing regarding the this international conference. So hopefully that your spirit, your motivation will spread out to everyone around the globe. Please welcome.
All right. I can safely say that this is my name is Donard Games from Universitas Andalas in West Sumatra, Indonesia, and I can safely say that this is a very well organized conference, which is very good, and I have been given some feedbacks and questions that even motivate me to conduct the better research in the near future. And as I mentioned previously, I'm an entrepreneurship researcher, and one of the essence of entrepreneurship is innovation, and innovation can come from many perspectives, and I believe ICISETIM has provided many perspectives, so I can have some new perspectives, some new knowledge and wisdom from many researchers in ICISETIM. So most importantly, I got an impression that all of the researchers in this conference can be approached. So in the near future, perhaps we can conduct some research that share similarities and some interesting project in the near future. So I think this will benefit. I will benefit from this conference, and I believe that most of us will benefit from this conference. Thank you, Annie.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Donard. So the open invitation for research collaboration from Dr. Donard to everyone here. So don't miss the opportunity to get the international collaboration, the research collaboration maybe in the near future. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Donard. Good luck for your future research.
Thank you very much.
Then one more, the sharing session from Dr. Sheila. Are you here? Okay, Dr. Sheila.
Yes, hello po.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I would like to correct the assertion that I am not yet a doctor, but a college student.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Miss Sheila,
This
for
is my first time in attending this kind of research conference, and I deem this participation as quite fruitful, as it allowed me to gain new insights on different research interests and an overview for future topics regarding my course. And thank you everyone for this valuable experience.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sheila, for the testimony. And we hope that you get the new knowledge, new insight from the discussion and from the suggestion and contribution from the session chair. Okay, so now we are in the end of the session of today parallel presentation session. However, before we left the breakout room and go back to the main room, I would like to remind again the participants or the attendee to give us the feedback of the conference for the improvement in the near future, so we can arrange the better and better international conference in the future. Please to fill the form in the Zoom chat box or in the link that you can see in the screen right now. Thank you so much for the feedback. We hope that we can arrange the better international conference for the near future. Okay. So this is the end of the presentation session. Now we have short break until 3:35. After that, for everyone, please go back to the main room for the awarding ceremony, including the ceremonial of the certificate to our session chair, Prof. Daniel, and also Dr. Rita, the best presentation, session chair, and also the closing speech by Miss Christina, Head of Bachelor Program in the Industrial Engineering, Universitas Kristen, Maranatha, Indonesia. After that, we will have closing ceremony. And once again, please kindly check your schedule at the conference program that the committee sent to you before. We will see you again for tomorrow for another presentation session for tomorrow. To close this session, on behalf of the International Conference on Industrial and System Engineering, Technology, Innovation, and Management, ICISETIM, which is hosted by Maranatha Christian University, Research Sunagi Foundation, co-organized by Dalisay University, Petra Christian University, and Chung Yuan Christian University, also supported by Scholar Vein, Research Sunagi Institute, Reviewer Track, Research Sunagi Press, F1000 Research, and Taylor and Francis Group. We would like to thank you for all your kindness and see you again in the main room after the short break in the same room and the link Zoom. Just click the leave the breakout and then you can automatically go back to the main room. Okay, again, thank you so much, Prof. Daniel. Thank you so much for your support. Dr. Rita, thank you so much. All the participants, thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. See you again.
See you again
Daniel,
tomorrow.
Dr. Rita, Ani.
Thank you, Prof.
Yes.
Daniel, Doc Ani.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. See you in the main room. Thank you.